G'day punters, welcome back to our Monday wrap-up. Another good day of racing yesterday. We've seen another very nice horse that we touched base on a few weeks ago emerge. Continues to go through the ranks in excellent proposal. We'll talk about him earlier, but later on. You're a bit wet, Eddie boy.
I am, yeah. It's very wet, Adam. We were lucky with the races yesterday that actually for the 5-6 hours of the meeting yesterday, there was no rain. And I do have to say they do have an incredible record here that when the races are on, the weather's pretty good overall. But on my way over here to record the show, I did get a bit wet, even though I had an umbrella. It is teeming down out there. So apologies if I look a little wet or, not quite as presentable as perhaps I should be for two cops in the Kong, Adam.
I reckon you're always presentable, Edward, and thank you for the coffee. Good day of racing yesterday.
It was, yeah. It was the magic show, wasn't it?
Yep.
6 winners for Joe. That was clearly the highlight of the day from a jockey point of view and from a horse point of view. Excellent proposal. Who he won on in the last was the highlight. For him to sit 4 wide, second up to a mile, and win the way that he did was superb.
STAR.
Yep, agreed.
He's a star. He just had something about him, this horse, when his debut run. Then we've seen him at the trials. One of his trials was pretty fair, and then his second trial with Joe on it was much better. And then he's just got something about him, this horse. He's special. You don't see many horses do that. And I was filming Joe as he came back in yesterday, and he said only the good ones do it. So he's pretty spot on. It's near impossible for a lot of horses to sit 4 wide, punching the breeze. First time at the mile, third, fourth run in the race. His sky's the limit for him. I think he's very, very special, and I can't wait to see him in the 4-year-old series. But on to Joe as well. It was an incredible day. He rode brilliantly all day. He's got that mojo back about him. He's very confident. He's riding good horses, and good on him. 6 is an incredible achievement anywhere in the world, let alone Shartin. It's very hard to do.
It is. And the remarkable thing about him is that's not the first time he's done it. It was the first time that he'd ridden that amount of winners since his 8-timer here 3 years ago. But the fact that he's had an 8-timer at Shartin just says how good he is.
Oh yeah, he's an absolute freak. He's got incredible hands. He's just I don't know how much form Joe would do, or I don't know much about that side of it. But I think he just knows once he gets on the horse just knows he's a horseman. He's very good. He sums up races well. And we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. Him and Zach, they can get that extra length out of horses that other jockeys can't do. It's even sometimes a couple lengths. They just continue to do it. And I don't know what it is, but the good jockeys seem to do it. And that's why they put them on, and that's why they're booked out, and many other trainers can't get through to them because they're tough to get. And so they should be. They should be booked up, fully booked all the time because they're worth their weight in gold. And good on him. It's an incredible achievement, 6 in a day.
I'll use the sporting analogy with you as well too. They're like Roger and Rafa, or those sort of elite, the best of what they do here. But what makes them so good is different for both of them. Yeah,
exactly. They're both incredibly talented jockeys. Also, Karras, can't leave him out. He's flying as well. But Joe and Zach, they just they have it. It's pretty much just what they do. You either have it or you don't have it, and they have it. And I think also not potting jockeys around the world, but they try things during a race. They're not afraid to, make the mistake and get kicked in the guts if it doesn't work out. Where you watch races from all around the world, and maybe where some of those jockeys should weave a passage up the inside instead of going 18 wide and the horse is finished. They try those things, and they come off most of the time because they're full of confidence and they believe in their own ability. Their preparation to the races is brilliant. They're smart guys. Of course, yes, they're riding good horses, but there's plenty of cricketers out there, footballers and everything, that have all the ability in the world and they can't capitalise. But these guys just continue to capitalise day in, day out, and they deserve all the success that comes their way.
Definitely. Now, Joe's potentially, there's a long way to go between now and the 4-year-old series. The 4-year-old series is mid-January. We're sitting here in mid-September. So things can change in the next 4 months. But there's the possibility that Joe's going to have to choose between Excellent Proposal, who we saw win yesterday, who we've already spoken about, and Skyfield, who we're giving big raps to after what he did last week. If you were Joe, who would you choose?
If I was Joe, I'd be telling Casper to take Skyfield to the sprints, and I'd be telling Sizer to continue the horse through the 4-year-old series.
Okay.
That probably might happen with the way that they can work their magic, them jockeys. I believe Skyfield's a more of a sprinter, and I think he's got more of the X factor, as in he can literally be stopped and then bang, start to go again and sprint. So not many horses can do that. Excellent Proposal can sit wide, as he showed yesterday. He can also get stopped in his run, as he showed the start before that, and then get out late and still continue to win. Pins his ears back like a good horse. They're both very good horses, and I wouldn't like to be making that choice, because I think whichever horse you get off, they're going to get a new jockey, and that jockey's not going to get off them. So, if I was a jockey, I'd be trying to, work out my magic, trying to separate them. But either way, he's going to be riding one of them who they're both very good horses. Yeah,
exactly. And we still haven't seen the likes of Shadow Hero, for instance. So exciting times at this stage anyway for the 4-year-old series.
Oh, definitely. Shadow Hero is a very good horse, but he doesn't have the X factor like them horses. They're young horse on the ride. He's been there and done it before, so he's got the toughness, and he's got the kilometres in his legs where if he goes forward, he'll make his own luck and he'll continue to stay throughout the races. These other younger horses coming through the rank, they're still going to go through that and do that. But the X factor in a lot of these horses, where they can just sit and sprint and can go kaboom straight over the top, it's a big thing. And I think I'd rather be back in an Excellent Proposal against a Shadow Hero, but it is very early on.
It is. What about Winning Dreamer? He maintained his unbeaten record, 3 from 3, and proved himself over 1,200 metres yesterday too.
Not easy to do anywhere in the world, 3 from 3, as we know. Talented horse, good-looking horse. He's still just very hot. Does a lot of things wrong, and I think he just that's just the horse. Maybe he's probably hot in the mornings as well. It's he needs to mature that side. He's not going to win big races if he continues to do that, but he's done everything right. Him versus Skyfield, I'd choose Skyfield every day of the week. You've also got some other young horses coming through the ranks that I think are very good sprinters as well. But Winning Dreamer, he makes his own luck. He's tough. He seems like he's got a big engine there. Seems like they're going to step him out to try and get him into the 4-year-old series. I don't know. That's up to the trainer, but he looks a sprinter to me.
Yes, he does at this stage anyway. But he's done a great job, Frankie Law, with him to get him to 3 from 3, and well done to Vincent Ho too. They are the clear highlights the rest of the day. We started off with a couple of dirt races, Adam. Charity Dream led all the way pretty much in the first, and Sky Supreme made it a one-act affair in the second.
Yeah, he bolted him. He absolutely bolted him. He did it easy. That track was a bit choppy, so that may have helped his margin. Party Every Day, he's got the ability. He just missed the kick yesterday. I think they'll keep him at 16.50 on the dirt and go again. He'd be hard to beat next start. He'd be fitter. He looked really, really well in the yard yesterday.
Party Every Day.
Yeah, Tony had him looking great. I think the run would have been a little bit of a tick for him too, so he's probably strengthened up. Crown Avenue I thought was better, and yes. I'm still continuing to follow Joyful Cheers. He went awful yesterday, but he didn't have the best of steering around that track. He sat wide, and just wait for him to get to Class 5, which he will be at that now, and I'd love to see young Jerry Chow or something get on his back and maybe an 1,800 metre race around the valley or wherever Shartin, he'll be very, very hard to beat. I think the horse has ability and he'll be massive odds.
The other thing with Party Every Day, of course, is that he'll now step up to Class 3 with a lightweight next time.
Down in weight, huge thing. Karras will continue to ride him. Definitely he'd be hard to beat with a lot of weight on his back.
The third race was a Class 4 down the straight over 1,000 metres. Fabulous 8. He deserved that win.
Just continues to win. I had a bit of a question mark on his trial, but he comes out on game day and he just gets it done. United We Stand will be very, very hard to beat next start. Third up, Peaks. Jerry's been riding him well. He stuck on well. He just continued to fight the line. I thought he was good. Brave Power's a horse I want to follow out of the race. He's a horse once he gets over Trip. 1,000 metres obviously is not suited to him, but I think once he gets up to 1,400, he'd be a horse I'd be putting in my black book. I think he can run, win a few on the bounce.
Okay, a couple of others that I'll throw out there. Goko's very, very well rated and put in a better effort yesterday. He loves 1,000 metres. Valiant Elegance is a horse that I like the way that he trialled in Adelaide prior to coming over to Hong Kong. He's had throat surgery recently. It was his first run back. Thought he ticked a box. He acquitted himself well. He's capable of winning at that level.
Yeah, he is. I just think he needs to lift. It was a bit of a boom when he came over here, but his 2 runs have been a little bit below par, I've thought. He will obviously strengthen up and be fitter next start, but I think next start I'd like to see him run a much improved race before I put my money on him.
Okay, Tianchi Monster. He was able to get up at a huge price in the 4th, second up to the mile, and Wagner Borges riding for the informed Chris So.
Hopefully, if you listened to our show a few weeks ago, Eddie, because he was the horse to follow. Fitter, looked good first up. I thought he may have been ready third up, but Chris done a great job with him. He looked great in the yard again. Ridden that a little bit quiet where he's proven before that he has a good turn of foot when he's ridden that way. God bless little Wagner Borges. It was a great little ride. He weaved through and he did it comfortably. I reckon he'll win again. Missed her out and he didn't look right once he got out. Once he got to the outside and went to let down, I just thought he sort of wobbled and I don't know if he was really unfit or what it was, but he is a horse I continue to believe in that he has to be ridden one way and that's quiet, which he wasn't ridden that way yesterday, but from barrier 3 he had to be ridden a little bit more forward. Helena Baby, very poor. Gift of Lifeline to go back to the 1,400 and Cheerful Leader I thought was good from the back and Everlaugh caught wide the whole way.
Yep.
Stuck on really good. I think next start, if he can draw a barrier, he'd be one to keep an eye on. So I reckon a few horses out of that race will be not a bad little form race.
Charity Go was unlucky too along the inside, just got held up when he needed a run.
Yeah, ran on well. He's he can do that, but he's 23 starts and he had the 1 win. I thought I can't knock his run at all. I thought it was a good effort.
In the 5th, the winner was Excellent Chariot. First run at Sha Tin. He'd been knocking on the door a few times last season. First winner for the campaign as well for Neil Callan.
Yep, nice trial leading into it. Good win. A little bit of money around to suggest that he would have run a big race. He buys him his shoes, so he should, get over a little bit further. Another horse Ricky's taken his bit of time with and got the chocolates with him. He'll win again, definitely. Beluga, he just wants further. He had to do it the tough way, but 1,200 metre first up, barrier 13 was always going to be a very, very tough ask. He was under the odds. Shanghai Grace was huge, I thought. He was massive, massive odds, but there's ability there. Definitely, he'll be running a race soon, and you could get a good price about him. I'd be definitely putting him in my black book. Winning Steed is a horse who I thought could run a big race on debut. He was very hot walking out. I think he'd run his race before he even got out to the track. He did do it a bit tough, sat wide and just put it all wrong. I think, maybe if back stay at 1,200, draw a bit of a nicer barrier and a bit more education, I think he can run a bit of a race. And for fun's sake, class drop, I think he'll be winning the race soon.
Okay. Diamond Pegasus I thought was better yesterday too.
Yep, stuck on well, ran second and he'll rise a little bit in the weights after that. He'll get a little penalty, but he'll be very hard to beat again next start.
Spoke before then about Excellent Proposal. Joao Moriera was also a double on the day for John Size, though, and the first part of that came with Scores of Fun. A really good effort for him to win, weaving his way through traffic. Second up, he's 2 from 2.
Yeah, I've got a heap of notes in this race. He was good. He looked in a bit of trouble, weaved through late, got the job done nothing wrong, 2 from 2. Classic Posh, good. Above all, very good on debut. A nice horse who's going to only improve once he just has a few more runs. Robot Warrior was a horse that caught my eye running on from the back of the field. He was a horse that's seen on his toes too early before the race, so I reckon he'll run a much better race, even though he ran a good race yesterday. I reckon I'd probably give him one more at 1,200 and then step him up to 1,400, but...
I thought his trials leading in had been ordinary, so he surprised me with the way that he went because I wasn't a fan of the horse from what I'd seen up until that point.
Yeah, no, he definitely he ran a good race. Happily Friends just ran out of puff late. He peeled through, he actually looked like the winner once he got out. So awesome, was awesome. Ran on really good from the back. Smart Charade was good. Another one of Chris So's horses that are just flying. He's stable. Stock Legend, okay. He'll be fitter next start. And I thought one of the runners of the race, which I don't know if a few people might not have noticed it, but he should drop now. Golden Mission. He was outstanding. Three or four wide facing the breed, stuck on, only got beaten a few lengths. He'll go to Class 5 next start, and he will be very hard to beat.
Okay, let's press on then. Race 7. Armour Star was able to pretty much go all of the way. He's won 2. I think he's got a bit of progression in him. I could see him winning in Class 3, no problems.
Yeah, definitely. He did have a very soft lead, and Derek jumped with him, looked like he was going to cross and lead, and then just sat off. And Joe had his balaclava on and just led throughout and just did it easy. It was soft in the end. It was nice win, but he just.
The only thing I would say is I don't think he's as good actually out in front. I just think that's the way things have worked out. I've always got in my mind with that horse the way that he finished off first up under Keith Young. I think he's better ridden further back, and it's just circumstances have had him close to the way things have worked out.
Yeah, but obviously he showed yesterday that he can be ridden both ways now, that he's got a win. He could have got the front and just switched right off, but he continues to run through the line. Ultimate Glory was good again. The old boy, he just couldn't make up the ground. Super fast as a horse. I definitely want to follow. He's got ability, this horse. He just needs a bit further. Party Genius, caught wide. Not one of Karras' best, in my opinion. I would have just been going back on the horse. He looked a bit big in condition. I probably would have just ridden him a bit quiet, let him find the line late. If he was my horse, I'd try and drop him back to 1,000, teach him something to run on. He also has ability. He's shown that in his trials. He's just hasn't proven it yet on race day, but there's definitely ability there, and I think he'll win a few races. And there's a racing Sam's love sometimes.
There is. It's just finding out when that is. Casemiro, I thought that he was good given that he had to cover ground.
Consistent horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's no world beater, but he'll win another race.
Correct. Yeah, he always tries his best. Haynes' Decision will probably win a race soon too. Like it's a good little race, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, a few of them come out and won next start.
And The Rock was able to get a win at his 4th Hong Kong start in race 8.
Yes, Tommy Wood. The Rock smells like the Rock or something. He said during the
race. He said he's cooking up something.
Yeah, it's good. Tom pulled out a few of them yesterday, and the Luger, I like that. He looks beached as. That was good. Beauty Spirit, good. He's a big horse. He is a monster, this horse. I thought he was good. He looked a bit big in condition. He'll improve. I reckon he's a horse that you could lead next start, dictate. Very hard to beat if they can give him his own way. He has ability, this Prince of Frog. I don't know when he's going to be winning a race, but the ability's there. Above was good late for a horse that wants further. Great Treasure. He's a freak. He deserves a big paddock when he retires and plenty of carrots because he does not know how to run a bad race. He was good again. He just charges on. There's a win in him soon. I don't know when it is. Could be next start, could be the start after. But they haven't even been running that faster tempos for this horse. If they go 100 mile an hour in a race, look out. He'll swamp them over the top. And Chevalier Prince, I thought, was really good first up. Horse by Rock and Pop, who wants further.
Yeah. So we've already discussed them winning Dreamer in race 9, an excellent proposal, winning race 10. So that completes our look at Sha-Tin from yesterday. I think Happy Valley, particularly the second half of the program coming up on Wednesday, Adam, there's a bit to look forward to there.
Yeah, there's a few horses to follow out of that race 10, though. Excellent Proposal was very good, but Savvy 9, Lakeshore Eagle, Righteous Doctorine, even Sunshine Warrior, I'd be writing them down, and even good old little Flying Quest. If he just could have stuck his head out for a little third, it would have been good. But they all ran good races, and I think that's a really good race. The last race, there's some nice horses out of it. Yeah,
that adds further merit to Excellent Proposal's win too, and that he beat some good horses yesterday.
Class 2 also. It's not easy to do. They're tough races. I was taken back. Even Insatiable ran a good race. Simulate put a pen through, caught wide. But yeah, there's some nice horses to follow out of that race, and the winner's he's just too good. Happy Valley. I'm excited to see a horse, former Australian galloper, race 4, number 6, Wealthy Delight. I thought he was really, really good on debut. John Size. Chad gets the ride on Wednesday night. I thought Joe would have got on him this start. Up to 1650. I think he'll run a huge race. And race 5, number 8, Rule the Casper. Stable change. Fill your boots, I think.
Okay.
I think he could be very, very hard to beat.
Yep. I think he's been up at Chungfa hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you one more too. I really like the way Lucky Missile won at the end of last season. He's a horse that I've been following that just obviously needed a bit of time to really get up and running, but got that first win at the end of last season. His trial was very, very good at him leading into this. So,
Yeah, he's got ability, that horse.
Yeah.
Can win a few more. David Hall's team's going very good. He's got his horses going well. And some nice horses going around at the moment. It's good racing. I'm really enjoying it.
That sprint race to finish things up with the Class 2 over, I think, 1,200.
Yep.
That'll be a cracker to win the night with.
Definitely. California Rad's a horse who's flying. And I think if he, Amazing Star, could get to the front with 10 pounds off his back, they could be hard to catch. But California Rad's a really nice horse on the way up, and he's a consistent horse who just continues to find a way to win. So it's a really good race to end the night.
Now, if you're going to be with us too on Friday, make sure you are, because it'll be a really good weekend we've got coming up as well. So a lot to talk about. Beauty Generation, he's back.
I can't wait for that clash between him and Golden 60. We spoke about it on your little show, Eddie, the other day. I think he's so special, Golden 60, and I honestly believe if he can produce a huge effort first up and go past Golden 60, Beauty Generation with a bit of arrogance, I think he will show the world that he's a proper animal, and there's just something about him. But in saying that old boy Beauty Generation, if he gets his own way up and on the lead, he'll be very hard to run down. He's not chasing 4-year-olds anymore.
I just wonder if he's got that spark to lead over 1,400 metres. I think that a K-ing Star will lead them up, and he'll probably sit off the Beauty Generation. Yeah,
it's a good battle between the both of them. Always is. They both like to run away long in an all right tempo, but Zach will sum it up. You know, he's even missed the kick sometimes, old Beauty, so he wouldn't know. But if he can produce his best first up, he'll be hard to beat. But I just think there's something so special about Golden 60 that if he can, get out to clean air, get to the outside, even if he has to weed through him, I think he'll win. He's got no weight on his back, and the man on top, Vincent Ho, he just has so much confidence in the horse, and that's a big thing going forward. But we'll also see some very, very nice horses in on Sunday. It's going to be an awesome day at Shartin.
Yeah, so make sure you join us for 2 colts in the Kong, hopefully, from Rule D. It'll be a nice little bonus for you heading into the weekend.
Good luck, everyone.